Good morning, guys. We are working on a 1996 300ZX twin turbo, and it has our full exhaust system on it. So we've got most of it installed already, but we're gonna go through mainly the catback install. So what we've gone ahead and done is install our front pipes, and what you wanna do is you wanna make sure that you have everything nice and loose. So everything's loose, you can see everything's loosely mounted. You don't wanna tighten anything up because that's just gonna create the installation process a lot harder. So you get everything mocked up, hardware is in place but not tight. This Z32 happens to be missing the bracket and the hangers. You can see our system has the hangers here, so it's unfortunate this doesn't have it. Nissan makes the little mount pieces that go onto the actual steel bracket, so we'll have to see if we have any of this stuff laying around, but we will continue nonetheless to go through all this. So again, everything is loose. This has our downpipes, our full system back, 3 to 2.5 inch high flow cat option. These are the cats that we've been testing that have done really, really well out there. And we're doing our open X pipe, all 2.5 inch with our 2.5 inch back half. So all dual tip, and we'll go through the install process. So every car's a little bit different, and on occasion, depending on, you know, what's happened in the course of the life of the car, sometimes these hangers have moved, sometimes they haven't been moved, which is great. But you know, these hangers, you can actually just bend them, and you can just bend them with your body weight if you need to get that height just right. So typically our tips are gonna sit up pretty close to the bumper, so you can just ever so gently just bend those brackets. They are tough brackets, but I'll demonstrate how I do it here in the shop on the lift. You know, I just use my body weight, and we'll bring these hangers just a little bit down to get the clearance if is required. So let's go ahead and we'll get Ed to get our mufflers on, and thankfully we have all our hangers in place, so this is gonna make it nice. Even between the X pipe and the catback, we have the factory studded brackets. Okay, we've got our tow hooks off, guys, and the next thing we're gonna do is, you know, this rubber is old and it's a cold day today, so even if it's warm and the hangers are brand new, which is probably not gonna be the case, but we like to use a little bit of grease on the inside of these hangers, as that's just gonna make it a little bit easier to get the hangers on the mufflers to go in a lot nicer and easier, and you're not fighting yourself. So we'll do that for the 3 hangers on each side, and we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll slip these bad boys in. So we've gone ahead, got our mufflers in, and we've tightened everything starting from the front to the back. So downpipe to high flows, from the high flows to the X pipe, and now the final part so we can get our alignment with our tips and our bumpers all nice is we're going to be doing this as the last step, and we're going to use 2 people. So someone's going to tighten and somebody's going to hold the muffler in place, and then after that we're going to see how our height is. So come take a look over here. The right hand side, we've already got it all basically ready to go. It's loose, and we'll get this all tightened up. Okay, so Danny and Ed are going to go ahead and demonstrate the process of doing that. So you could try and do it by yourself. I've done it many times, but if you do have a second set of hands to help you, now would be the good time to do that. So let's go ahead and show how we do that.
If you don't have access to a lift and you can't tug on the muffler hanger with your body weight, then you could always just use a pry bar.
right, guys, we've got the GTR all wrapped up, finished our calibration using, of course, Ecutech, and again, really basic downpipe, Y pipe, our flex fuel kit, a set of injector Dynamics 1050s, drop-in AEM fuel pumps, our intakes, and that's it. So overall, did really well. We did some spark plugs in this thing. The plugs had combustion leak on them. They were definitely original, 55, 60,000 miles on this bad boy. Did an oil change, of course, and overall, not too shabby. Pretty good power, 91 octane coming in at 546 wheel, and on E85 we're up to about 617 wheel. So 19 pounds of boost, 18 pounds on 91. We only were able to get our ethanol content up to about E65 or so. Make a little bit more power with that ethanol content coming up just a tiny bit more for all the compensations in the tables on the tune. So again, we'll get this bad boy up on the lift, get our dyno all cleared up, get the drive shaft back in it, and we'll go for a little test drive.